Fortnitemares 2025 is just around the corner and we've gotten all new information about this brand new seasonal event. From all new insane collaborations which have just been confirmed, which honestly sound insane this time around, new crazy mythic items, and even some crazy storyline information about some returning characters. Trust me, don't go anywhere as we're going to be going over everything here in today's video. But first, we're getting so close to my goal of 440,000 subscribers, and if you subscribe right now, I'd greatly appreciate it. And as a bonus, consider dropping a like if you'd like to see this on your account the next time you log in. And if any of you guys have picking up anything inside of the item shop for yourself, do consider using my support credit code YTRAY as it greatly supports the channel that extra mile. And well, we've wasted too much time, so let's jump straight into today's brand new video and go over Fortnitemares 2025. So Fortnitemares is upcoming very soon. We've actually just gotten our very first look at some of the brand new map changes thanks to some brand new free kicks that each and every single one of you guys are going to be able to get. As Fortnite did announce that the Daft experience begins this Saturday, which obviously was a pretty cool event, and anybody who did actually load up into it, you actually will be getting yourself some free kicks, which you can see from this short little trailer. In this trailer there is some hidden secrets, such as the fact that it looks like Utopia City will be getting rebuilt from Dystopia City. And if you do take a look at the wolf statue that's been on the map ever since Fortnite Lawless, you can now see that the eyes are glowing red for some reason. So it looks like this trailer was filmed on the Fortnitemares island, especially when it comes to the red sky they can see, which honestly is pretty interesting. It doesn't even stop there, as we've just gotten some all new insane collaborations which have just been revealed from the arrival of K-pop demon hunters. But them officially coming to Fortnite, and they're not just going to be some sort of side event, they're going to be the main collaboration this year. Here's what makes this even wild is the fact that this is going to be the fastest collab turnaround we've ever seen in Fortnite's history. K-pop demon hunters just blew up earlier this year. Normally Epic takes at least a year or more to work on these things to get them into the game, but nope, this time they're gonna be in instantly. With Huntrix making their way into Fortnite with 3 brand new skins being Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. This is a pretty fitting collaboration, considering they're obviously demon hunters and the entirety of Fortnite Chapter 6 has had demons and the spirit realm. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they tried to squeeze this into the storyline somehow. And seeing as how the next season of Fortnite Festival will be releasing on October 9th, it would be pretty fitting that we do see Huntrix make their way into the next season of Fortnite Festival. As Fortnite did recently announce that when it does come to Fortnite Festival's game mode in future seasons, we will not be seeing real life artists anymore. We'll obviously have to wait and see exactly what this means, but it definitely would be pretty fitting, especially when it comes to some of the songs from the K-pop Demon Hunters movie. This collaboration is said to include tons of brand new cosmetics. So it is safe to say this year's Fortnitemares event is looking to be even bigger than last year's, especially when we do actually have the arrival of tons of brand new mythic items making their way to the game. There's a new weapon inside of the files right now called the Thorn Ripper, which you can see right here. Here is the actual stats for it. It does use the old Chains of Hades icon, so maybe it'll be a reskinned version of that ability that we had back in Fortnite Myths and Mortals. But we should be seeing the return of some of the old weapons from Fortnitemares, such as the OG pumpkin launcher, the chainsaw, which we only had last year, and many more Fortnitemares items that we've obviously seen make their way to the game every single year now. We do also have some other pretty insane mythics that you want to be sure you're not missing out on. We'll have tons of brand new free rewards available to unlock over the course of this year's Fortnitemares event, especially when it comes to an all-new free skin. As you can see up on screen right here, this is actually the all-new Felino skin. If it looks familiar, that is because we were able to get the counterpart to it last year for free called the Felina. By getting 50 account levels, you would unlock the skin alongside with a backbling, I believe, and also a harvesting tool. It was honestly a pretty sick one. It actually had edit cells to change what rank you obviously were in the ranked game modes. The same will be applying to this brand new Felino skin, and you most likely will need to get 50 account levels in order to unlock this as well once Fortnitemares begins. Be sure to keep an eye out on that one. But the collaborations are getting even crazier when it does come to this all-new Fortnitemares event, as we just had it confirmed that we're going to be seeing Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies make his way. And yes, you heard that right, one of the most terrifying horror icons of the modern era is about to step onto the island. And what makes this huge is the fact that art isn't just coming as a skin. Epic is going all out with this collaboration. Expect his full creepy clown outfits and other cosmetics inspired from the movies, but I'm guessing they're probably gonna have to be tamed down considering those movies are super gruesome, as this is the kind of collab people thought Epic Games would never actually pull off, just because of how extreme the movies are. But here we are, Art the Clown is officially headlining alongside the rest of the FORTNITEMARES lineup. But trust me, that's not all, as we have some other insane collaborations, some ones that have just been announced. With the arrival of Fortnite OG Season 6 being the original Halloween themed season, arriving in just a few short days time, we've had a look at a few of the brand new OG Pass skins. As it looks like when it does come to the new OG Pass, we're gonna have a new remix version of the Dire outfit, which has currently been worked on inside of the game right now. There is a lot of textures relating to the Lego version of this skin, which is actually pretty cool. I'm really curious to see what this new updated version of Dire looks like. Alongside Calamity, which I know a lot of people are going to be happy about this one, which was actually a pretty cool skin. It was also progressive back in the original Chapter 1 Season 6. And it looks like she's also going to be getting a brand new remix. Then we do also have the third outfit available within the brand new OG Pass, which is actually going to be an all new version of DJ Yonder. You can see here is the Lego head. You can kind of tell a little bit of just from this actual headpiece right here, as it looks like he will actually have hair this time around, which is definitely pretty interesting. I'm really curious to see how they pull this one off. Still pretty cool considering OG Season 6 is going to be an entirely Halloween themed mini season, but with a bit of a twist compared to the original OG, as we do know the cube is now red and it will be making its way into the Loot Lake this day. A lot of people have put together that a lot of things on the OG map are changing compared to how they originally used to be, such as the fact that the bunkers at OG are actually now shining with a red light color, alongside with the moon now actually turning red, which never happened in the original OG. But it does look like this could be paving the way for the return of Kato Thorn, as we haven't seen him since Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 4 during the Last Resort season. During that season, he did have access to a time machine, which obviously we used to go back to Fortnite OG and change the entire timeline. So that could easily mean that Kato Thorn could make his appearance inside of Fortnite OG, which is honestly pretty interesting. I'm really curious to how exactly they're planning on pulling this off, but it shouldn't be too long before we have some answers. But as I said, we do also have some other insane collaborations which nobody is talking about at all. So be sure you stay tuned as we're going to be going over them in just a moment. But we do have ourselves the Megazord available in-game, and not anybody else seems to be nearby, so let's quickly jump in it. I believe it's only available for another few days, so probably one of the last times we'll get to try this thing. Let's go, Daft Punk. Okay, just about done. Okay, let's get rid of the queen here. We have a lot of teams shooting at us right now, so adios with you. And we have somebody right here. Oh yeah, I can see you, bro. I see it. How many of them? Is there more than one? Oh, there is. How that guy is still alive right now? All right. Yeah. Get out of here, buddy. So for even more horror collaborations arriving with this year's FORTNITEMARES, it looks like we're also seeing the arrival of Ghostface, which has already been leaked for quite some time now, but we've gotten even more information about it, as this seems to be a collaboration tied to the brand new Scream 7 movie, which should be releasing in literally a next few months from now, which is pretty cool as it's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. As we're going to be seeing the arrival of Ghostface getting his very own Fortnite skin, most likely some edit styles, which obviously we would have seen if you guys did play Mortal Kombat, as there's definitely a lot they could do with that skin. And we do also have another medallion as well, which will be available for Ghostface, which you do know is actually going to be called the Stalker Medallion, which we're not entirely sure exactly what this will do as of just yet, but it is said that we will actually be able to jump scare enemy players. I think that's going to be pretty funny to see in action once we have it in game. And you also will have a mythic knife, which I'm really curious to how that will work as well. We've never really seen a knife in the form of a mythic item, but we'll have answers to that very, very soon, as FORTNITEMARES is just around the corner. And then we also have the arrival of Jason Voorhees as well, one of horror's most iconic characters, with his traditional hockey mask obviously making his way to the game, as he is said to be a boss on the island as well. alongside his very own skin, kind of similar to what we did see with the Billy the Doll character last Fortnitemares. And he is also said to have his very own medallion, which is also pretty interesting. I'm really curious what they could do with a Jason Voorhees one. And you can expect to see his machete make its way to the game in the form of a harvesting tool, as it's probably the most fitting thing they could do. But here is that medallion, which you can see up on screen. It actually makes some sounds that Jason Voorhees makes in the movies. Definitely pretty cool. But it doesn't even stop there, so be sure you stay tuned, as we're going to be going over some other pretty cool collaborations that you don't want to miss out on. But we just got booted from the Megazord. We have a guy just here, and hey there, buddy. Is that it? Seems like it was. Somebody else here? Oh, thanks for playing. So we do also have the arrival of Scooby-Doo for this year's Fortnitemares, which is honestly the craziest collaboration I think we've ever gotten. With it looking like we're going to be seeing the arrival of the entire Mystery Inc. gang from Shaggy, Scooby, Velma, Daphne, and also Fred. And we're also going to be seeing the Mystery Machine get a brand new SUV car body. And I'm really curious to what they're going to do with Scooby-Doo, to be honest, considering I don't know how they're going to make him an actual skin. Maybe he could end up as a companion, as companions are said to be making their way to the game for this year's Fortnitemares. As a few of them should even be included within the brand new OG pass, as that's actually going to be a bit of a reference to the original Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 6, where we had our first introduction to Fortnite pets, which is basically what companions are going to be this time around. So be sure to keep an eye out on that. Let me know down in the comments if you guys are excited to see Scooby-Doo make his way into Fortnite, as I think it's probably one of the coolest collaborations. Oh, we got some people here as well. Oh. What are we doing, bro? Looks like we have some people here. Can we hit them with the Swarm Strike? Oh. There we go. That guy has to be super low. I think there's two of them there, is there? Oh. GG's. And we just have you here, buddy. Thanks for playing. Just a 1v1 here. And well, we've even gotten some rumors that we could also be seeing the arrival of Chucky as well, which I think could honestly be a pretty insane collaboration, as there's actually an Easter egg to it right now in the Daft Punk experience. If you've seen this giant doll-like thingy on the main stage of the Daft Punk experience itself, this is actually the prototype for the original Chucky doll that was seen in the movies. Here's a bit of a side-by-side comparison. You can definitely see a lot of similarities here. And we've also had rumors that it looks like Chucky could be making his way to the game in the form of a companion as well, which I think would honestly be insane. I think Chucky is probably one of my other next favorite horror characters. And if he does make his way into Fortnitemares 2025, I think he would honestly sell it on the best Fortnitemares event of all time. Now be sure to keep an eye on that and let me know down in the comments if you guys are excited for that, as the Easter eggs are right in front of us. But we only have like one guy left here, and I honestly have no clue where he's hiding at. Oh, we see him here. We are super low on health. Okay, can we get him? Can we get him? Yeah, this guy is screwed. Thanks for playing. And for one of the final collaborations for this year's Fortnitemares, it looks like we could also see the arrival of a brand new Stranger Things collab. As the final season will be releasing very, very soon, and we've already had tons of Stranger Things characters make their way to the game, such as Chief Hopper, the Demogorgon, and also 11. And well, I think it would be about time that we finally get the arrival of Vecna, as obviously a lot of people have wanted to see this character make his way to the game for the longest time. And with the final season upcoming very shortly, and we do know that Fortnite worked very closely with Netflix, considering we did just get that massive Squid Game collaboration, I think Vecna making his way into Fortnite is a bit of a no-brainer. Especially for Fortnitemares, as I think the character could fit in perfectly there. Be sure to let me know down in the comments what you think about that, as I think it'd honestly be a pretty sick one. But this year's Fortnitemares is honestly looking to be crazy, from everything that will be arriving with this brand new seasonal event, as it is said to be releasing on October 9th or even October 10th. We'll have even more information to go over once we do get even more leaks about it. So be sure you stay tuned here on the channel, as we're going to be going over everything. But unfortunately, that is all we pretty much have time for here in today's video. And if you did watch all the way to the very end of it, be sure to drop this word down in the comments alongside with your Epic Games ID. If you're not already, do consider using my support creator code YTO right inside of the item shop, as it greatly supports the channel. #ad. And if you did enjoy, do be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.